What's up, YouTube? We're back with another episode of AvoKasts. This is episode 2, and once again, I'm joined with the homies Momo and Birdman. How are y'all doing today?
Fantastic.
I'm doing all right.
All right. Good to hear that. All right, so the Atlanta FaZe Opening Weekend. Definitely like an interesting event. A lot of matches went the complete opposite for what some of us thought. So let's go. Let's go day by day and kind of talk about the matches. So match number 1, LA Thieves, Minnesota Rocker.
Obvious.
Byrd, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Hey, I get justified later, okay? I mean, the way I look at it is, I think LA Thieves was first match of the CDL, first official match. You know, they got embarrassed in the kickoff classic. I think they wanted to come out and prove a point, and so they came out and just smoked Minnesota.
I predicted it.
Did you get the moment? Did you get the map count right too, or?
No, I got the map count wrong. I put 3-2. It was actually.
Yeah, I
I
thought.
don't think anyone expected a 3-1.
Yeah, I think I think I think the Thieves would have still won. I didn't expect them to get that good that fast, or at least semi good, semi fast. You know what I'm saying?
Slasher just won't lose the accuracy,
Why is that?
especially when they're living in the same house.
Oh, they live in the same house, Slasher and
Yeah.
accuracy. Oh, I didn't know they were that tight.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're homies.
Interesting.
living together.
Yeah, and then I think everyone predicted Empires at 3-0 Surge. Like that was
Oh yeah.
kind of in the cards.
68 Z gunless.
Yeah. How do you not know? Like even I know what monitor settings to like put on my PC or whatever. Like how does a fucking pro player not know how to do that? That's kind
How
of
does the team not make sure he has the right settings before their
wait.
matches?
Yeah, like
And how does that even get brought up?
wait. That's a good point. Like
Right?
how does that get brought up? Like
Well, like I mean, it should be because we've been playing on console for decades now, for over a decade now. You know, you don't have to change your monitor settings really for a console, but like somebody within that team, especially somebody that's maybe a little bit more experienced with PC gaming and whatnot, they should have like had everybody double check both their PC settings and their monitor settings before the matches.
I'll be straight up. I don't think anyone on that team plays anything other than COD. Like you think Octane is playing? Actually, maybe Octane like plays like Rust or
They
something.
got Joey Nubsy as a coach. That doesn't that dude just live on PC now?
I don't know what Joey Dubsy does. All I know he eats and works out. That's basically it. That's my impression of him.
Damn.
And makes horrible food.
Oh yeah. His food that he makes is atrocious. Like,
Yeah, he has the worst food opinions ever.
oh my goodness. But yeah, I think we all expected that one. Moving on to Friday, Optic Paris. 3-0. Like,
I mean,
they showed good resilience, like Optic in general.
I thought Paris would do better, but like that match, Fire didn't have a good match because they had him on the 74U.
They were shook by formal pregame.
What did Formal do to them?
Oh, he
Did you
said
not see
Fire, but it came
the
Fire.
yeah? Did you not see the pre-show clip
No,
from formal from the Optic pre-show?
I was at work when these matches were happening, so I did not see that.
So basically during the Optic pre-show, Hex had the entire team sit down in like a podcast kind of style,
Yeah.
and he asked them how they thought the match would go against Paris. And Envoy and Dashy went first, and they were talking about how they think they'll win the respawns, and they just hope their S&D is real good. And then Formal just comes in and he's like, "I'm gonna be straight up, Fire. If you don't come out with the fire, I'm gonna just going classic down all fucking match." And that's exactly what happened.
Dude, living rent free already? You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, chill. It's only the first week, man. But yeah, they showed good resilience. I think what Paris went up 5-3, 5-2. I want to say in the search, and then Optic came back. That good resilience right there.
I think they were up 3-0, and then Optic came back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was.
I remember it being 5-4 Paris at one point. So
I thought Chicago won 6-4.
did they?
Yeah, they did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they 6-4'd Thieves on checkmate search, and then also
Yeah, Paris looking okay. I guess not really that
should have
great.
looked better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think putting fire on the XM4. I just had a brain fart. Putting fire on the XM4 made him play
Worked.
a little. Yeah, it definitely worked. And then we'll talk about the series later, but Scraps definitely coming alive in certain maps. FaZe Gorillas. I predicted a 3-1. I thought Gorillas would be able to take like a hard point or something. Especially because we've seen FaZe struggle a little bit in respawn, just not rotating properly. And like LAG pretty disciplined. Like you have Palpatine, you have like Silly is a pretty solid IGL, Assault, and then this new Vivid dude. But I don't know. Thoughts on this?
Pretty much expected. But yeah, I thought Los Angeles would show a little bit more life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, pretty similar. I mean, I thought FaZe was clearly just they fixed something from the kickoff classic because they were playing a lot better this weekend than they did 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and
100%.
and and I thought LAG would maybe, like you said, steal a hard point because that was probably FaZe's ironically weakest mode coming in, but Atlanta, came out hot, 3-0'd them, but it's not that surprising.
Yeah. At least LAG had like the resilience. They bounced back on Saturday. Pick up a close 3-2 against Paris. I think they blew them out like in the or Paris took the hard points, right? And then LAG won the search and the control. Or am I
I think so.
or did LAG? We'll go a little bit more into details, but like good resilience. For some reason, I decided to put my faith in EU just this one time. And if you know me, I really hate EU. And they came back to bite me in the ass. And so, yeah, this didn't work. EU, you fucking suck. I'm never putting my faith in you again.
They only have one EU player on that team though.
I don't care. It's Paris. Paris is in the EU. EU is
all
bad.
it takes is one. All it takes is one.
All it takes is one.
And the curse takes over. Bro.
Yeah. Then.
Yeah, LAG won the both the SNDs and then the first half.
Okay.
Yeah, this low key might have been the maybe most surprising for me because, like I said, I thought Paris would be a lot better than they looked this weekend, and LAG playing out of Los Angeles, all four of them, for them to actually win the series 3-2 is actually kind of surprising to me.
Hey, all that means is that the router isn't the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? But moving on. Florida Toronto. I was quite disappointed because my boy Travis on Florida.
He was fucking frying though.
Yeah, he's literally a god. But then, like, what the fuck is Skies doing? Like, Skies, like, I know.
Skies and Slag hard costed.
I know. Well, Slack played well in the control, but Skies not really the best performance that weekend. I'm looking for him to bounce back. Like, he's an MVP caliber player. Like,
yeah, I think
should
he'll be
not
fine. I think he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
3 words for this series. Someone help Awakening.
Neptune.
Well, Neptune was fucking frying too.
Only in the control.
Nah, the hard point.
No, didn't Neptune go like drop like a 1.2 in the hard point?
Neptune dropped 36 in the previous or in the next hard point, game 4, and they lost. He had most engagements and most.
Yeah, and he was
had
cooking in the
13
S&D. Like, he
games.
was the only reason why they were in the S&D.
Yeah, Neptune was making plays in the S&D. But oh well. Then we go to the marquee matchup for Saturday. For double points. Thieves versus Subliners. Subliners. I don't know what's happening, but like, holy shit! Like something is not right. Like you got to make a trade or some shit. I don't know.
No, they're good. They played LA Thieves close as hell.
LA Thieves won 3-0. What do you mean?
Yeah, but every match
It was the
so
closest 3-0 of all time.
It could have
Okay.
been New York 3-0 easy.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll delve a little bit deeper into that in our specific match analysis. London, Seattle. Thank God I didn't put my faith in you this time because Seattle came out with
Yeah,
a 3-2. Yeah.
I just knew it, bro.
Another shout out to my EU brothers. You fucking suck. I'm never putting my faith in you, like ever.
I don't care what team it is. An experienced team of NA players will always beat the.
You know, like I'm gonna be straight honest. Like I could pick up COD for like the first time in like 6 years, because like the last time I played was like BO2. I could pick up a COD like grind for like maybe 3 months, and I would be better than the EU teams. So that's what I'm saying. Like EU, get your shit together.
It's not even that they're bad though. They're just cursed. They just can't win.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I would win. Like I'm not the greatest Call of Duty player ever, but like at least I don't have a curse. And then we come to Byrd's favorite series of the fucking weekend.
I saw this one coming a mile away.
Yeah. You also said Rocker would win 3-2 against Thieves, and like that was a hot 3-1.
Well, like I told you, I think LA Thief just came out with a point to prove.
Yeah. That's what they all say. I predicted 3-0, so I was very wrong.
Woo!
Yep, completely wrong.
I'm telling you, yeah, the complete opposite.
Yeah, actually the complete opposite. You know, like after that
I think
first
Minnesota's
hard
the best
point.
S&D team in the league right now.
I want to see LAG versus Minnesota because
I wanna see-
they're both undefeated.
I want to see Minnesota versus.
Actually, no,
FaZe.
they lost to FaZe.
I want to see Minnesota versus FaZe and S&D.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be a good matchup. But yeah, I after that first hard point and like the like I was just like, because I like again I was kind of like working a little bit while I was watching the series, so I wasn't like paying attention. So I was like, oh yes, Dallas, you're cooking them, my boy Anthony, let's go, Illy Hook, let's go, and then the reset comes through and they get 3-2.
I mean, Dallas still won the hard point though. It was just a lot closer.
Yeah, I think they won both hard points, right? 250 to
Yeah.
10, I want to say.
Yeah, I thought if Minnesota won this series, they were going to win both S&Ds like they did, but still.
Both
a hard
S&Ds were
point.
close.
I did not think they would still
too,
control
right?
off of Dallas, because Dallas. The
The
first one
S&Ds were
wasn't
not
close at
close.
all.
No,
Yeah, the
Both
first or
S&Ds
second
were
one
not
weren't close.
the first one was what,
Yeah.
6-1, 6-2,
6-3. The first one was
Si-
6-3. The second one was 6
And
6-4.
Yeah.
6-3 and 6-2.
No, I'm pretty sure the second one was 6-2. I could have sworn it was.
No, it
6-2.
was 6-3.
nah, because Shotzi almost dropped a donut in the last S&D.
Oh yikes! You hate to
He
see
went
it.
like 1-7 or 1-8.
You absolutely hate to see that. Oh well.
But
He'll get back to his star MVP.
Dallas
caliber.
versus Optic and Hardpoint would be nice, and then Minnesota versus FaZe and S&D would be.
Dallas also blew the control. I'm pretty sure in that series.
no, Minnesota went up 2-0 in control.
Yeah, I know.
Dallas pushed it to a round 5. But
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they almost came back.
Yeah,
Minnesota
Dal-
got defense.
Yeah, so whatever. And then yeah, FaZe Optic. Haha. I mean, I predicted Optic to win 3-2. In hindsight, I don't know why I did that. I should have predicted 3-1, if anything, because like obviously Optic has their strength in the respawn. But you know, as an Optic hater, I'm very happy.
See, I thought Optic was gonna win map 1, then FaZe was gonna win map 2, and then FaZe would win map 3, and then Optic would win 4 and 5, and then take the series 3-2.
See,
But that's not what happened.
I mean, I predicted 3-2 just because I didn't even think about the maps. I was just like, it's gonna be a close series. Optic looks like the overall better team. 3-2. But I should have thought about it more, because like the more I think about it, I was like, like we know for sure Optic's strength is in the respawns. So like if it was going to go to like if anything, Optic would have won 3-1, or FaZe would have won 3-2. So like those are like the two valid predictions.
Yeah, I had Optic winning 3-1, assuming they win both hard points and either win the control or the S&D, the first S&D. But I mean that second hard point, if a BZ doesn't get that 3-piece, Optic probably wins, and it's a 3-1.
Yeah, but I mean that's just like individual talent, and it's kind of
Yeah, but that's just COD,
Yeah, exactly. Like things like that happen. Like those are the moments we live for, All right, so let's break down all the matches a little bit more in detail. So first we get Minnesota Thieves. Minnesota Thieves take the hard point 251-94. Minnesota take the search 6-4. Thieves 3-1 on the control, Garrison, and then Moscow Hardpoint. The LA Thieves fucking 60 point clubbed them. So like any overall takeaways just from what you saw out of the Thieves or what you didn't see from the Rocker?
Lamar sees Austin on the map and he's shook.
Don't play Thieves on Moscow.
Don't play Thieves on Moscow.
Yeah, don't play Thieves on Moscow.
Did Thieves play another Moscow later or no?
Yeah, they played New York on Moscow.
That was the first hard point, right?
Mhm.
And I assumed that was a blowout too.
No, it was close.
Yeah,
250
that
to
was close.
it was like
New York and
Yeah.
LA.
yeah, it was like 250 to 230, I think.
30.
41.
Oh, so
Mm,
very
there you
close then.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
close.
Interesting. Yeah, Mac probably blew it. That's why Clay was yelling at him.
Yeah, Mac had a horrible series.
I
Yeah.
almost thought that Mac and ASIM like switched controllers or something.
I mean, is it ASIM or ASIM? How?
People say
I've
ASIM.
always said ASIM.
I mean, I feel like he calls himself ASIM because like that's. I don't know. He's from like what UAE, right?
Oh.
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I think we kind of touched upon it, but like Minnesota, definitely a strong search team. Especially on Miami. Like I feel like they played Miami like both times or like both in both their series and they won both times. Um, LA Thieves like looking a lot better in the respawns. Which were definitely their weakness from the kickoff. Any other thoughts? I thought Kenny played really well this entire weekend.
I don't know.
Momo,
Wait, off topic, but did you just see Temp's tweet?
Temp's tweet. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up.
He was replying. He quote retweeted an AM.
Temp Donovan Larota. Where are you?
The AM basically said that it doesn't matter how good I am if my internet will never hold up with pro players Texas Fiber. And then Temp replied, "If you're an AM and you think like that, then you're a bum. You need to give up. Save your time."
Okay, yeah. So it literally doesn't matter how much I hit my shots or how much I'm doing the right thing. My Bay Area AT&T Wi-Fi, I can relate, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit, is not saving me from pro players with Texas Fiber and 200 plus frames. I'm nowhere near perfect, but to say these things don't handicap someone is asinine. Look at formal now. Then he says some curse words later, so I'm not gonna read that part. Don, if you think if you an am and you think like this, you a bum and need to give up, save your time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Guy has West R in his bio. You hate to see it. He's not even on.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think Temp is 100% right.
Of
Like,
course.
Oh yeah, if you go into any sport or competitive minded thing with the wrong mindset, you're never gonna go anywhere in it.
yeah, exactly. Always got to believe you're the best. And like, see, I used to be on Bay Area AT&T Wi-Fi. Right now, I'm on Xfinity, which is somewhat better. But Bay Area AT&T Wi-Fi is not good. Like, and I mean not good. Like, I was getting maybe like 15 down and like 5 up. Like that was my Wi-Fi.
Jesus.
It was bad. But then if you look at me, I'm still like a pretty decent Halo player. Like I can hang with people. And then when I was like playing consistently, like I was getting into like top 200 lobbies, and playing well. So Pressure Man L, fastest POV in COD, free agent flex Westar. Dude, maybe you should stay a free agent. Like dude.
Well, he will now. No one.
Yeah, you just got career ended, man.
Maybe Polarize should tweet at Tim, see what Tim thinks of his gameplay.
Oh, come on. You didn't need to bring him up.
Oh,
What
what did
what
did
the
Polarize
free
do?
agent just brought it to mind.
What did Polarize do this time, dude?
Oh, no.
Yee.
No, this is Polarize.
All right. So moving on to the next match, Dallas 3-0.
At least Polarize had confidence in himself, you know? That's something this guy's lacking.
What is Polarize
I
doing right
mean-
now? I have not talked to him in like a year.
Me neither.
I don't know. He unfollowed me from Twitter.
Did he actually? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
what a fucking fake. Whatever. Yeah, Dallas kind of fucked Seattle. I'm not like, I'm sorry. Like 100-point clubbed in the hard point. 6-2 in the search. Looney just got career ended. Not actually career ended. But
PhD
like,
gunless.
yeah, but at the same time, like you think one player playing maybe 1.5 times better is gonna get you a win in the series?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
If anything,
I think it's still a 3-0 even with gunless on.
if anything, because the
245.
control was kind of close. If anything, maybe they take the control, but even then, I
Yeah.
don't think so. There's not really much to break down here. Hook, I think, had like a 2.0 KD after this first.
Yeah, he
hard
dropped a
point.
1.7, I think,
Yeah.
which is just stupid.
The dude is looking insane in the respawns. Like even in the Rocker series, like he was frying. Shotzi hitting montage clips against Looney in the fucking S&D doesn't really help either. And then Krim just doing his role, you know, like doing what he needs to do. Really same kind of thing. Anything else to add?
Nah, most boring
Not
match
really.
of the weekend.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, I'm a Dallas fan, so I enjoyed. I enjoy it when like the 3-0s happen. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were a Florida fan.
No, I'm a Dallas fan now because Florida dropped Frosty, so I'm more of a Dallas fan.
No,
than I am.
didn't Frosty just go back to Halo?
No. He was gonna play COD if he got onto a team, but he didn't get onto a team, so he went back to Halo. That was like the way it worked. Which I honestly think he could have been a top 10 player in this game. Like,
I don't know about that.
I don't know. We'll see. But you know, Mans loves Halo 5. He's tearing shit up.
They should bring him back for Slacked. He could play Slack's role.
Oh, yeah, he could play Slacks for him, and he could do it better.
Mhm.
And he would be a better IGL. So that's all I have to say about that.
I don't know. That would make the team too slow.
Wait, it would make the team too slow?
Yeah, Sky's Awakening and Frosty.
I think Frosty's a
I mean, Frosty ran a sub last year.
yeah. I think Frosty's
He's
a
more of an AR heavy flex.
yeah. I mean, in the searches he put out ARs last year, but
He was bomb carrier in search.
Yeah. he put out an AR in every search map except for Ramaza last year.
Oh my god. You said the word Ramaza and I'm just so glad we're done playing on those maps, bro. Jeez.
Bro, I would always just go top cat. on Ramaza.
Wait,
Ramaza,
top cat,
my
top mid.
weakness.
Ramaza is like you sit underneath that like catwalk or whatever, and you can just shoot through it and get kills. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
That map
stupid.
was so terrible.
Doors everywhere.
Oh, but
The
so
whole
don't
many
even get me
doors.
started
Door
on
warfare.
I don't know which genius decided to make doors the pivotal part of a shooter, but whoever did that needs to get fired. Like, what the hell? Like,
Bro, imagine remember breaking down the door to go to the top tires where the fucking staircase was, and you just get pre-aimed by an AR at the top of the staircase.
Like, I can just imagine like playing Halo, and like there's like doors, and like you have to break through the
Bro, they
doors.
were so loud, you could hear them across the map.
And see, the thing with Halo is you don't show up on radar unless you sprint or shoot. And I'm just imagining, well, if you go through a door, you are going to be on the radar. So like, it's just fucking stupid. It's just stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Whoever made Modern Warfare just needs to get fired. Like Infinity Ward just should stop making
Michael
games.
Condrey.
And then
No. Joe Seacott.
Yeah, so Joe Secott, you need to leave the gaming industry, and then we need to let Treyarch make CODs on like a 3 year cycle. So they put out a game, it gets played for 3 years.
Why don't everybody just work together? Teamwork.
Let's let Bungie make a COD. Fuck it.
No, but I do not trust Bungie to make a game. I don't like after.
I'm not trusting Bungie to make a PvP related game. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, because see, the thing with Bungie was like, even though Halo 3
Destiny's
is
in
like,
shambles.
yeah, it is, and even though Halo 3 was goated, Bungie didn't really give a shit about the esports. That was all MLG. Like they just took the settings and then they like made it in custom games. Same thing for like Halo 2, but Bungie didn't really give a shit about esports.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Infinity Ward. They didn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, they don't give a shit at all.
Yeah, and at least like even when IW was making like in IW made Infinite Warfare, right? Or am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so even at least you had MLG there to like make the settings or whatnot. But now with the franchise league, you just have to deal with the shitty game. I don't know.
I mean, Treyarch isn't doing a very good job.
I mean, no one is doing a good job in console esports at the moment. Like, you have no anti-cheat for COD. Like, 343 has vanished off the face of the earth. Like,
Yeah.
No one knows what's happening in console
And I don't even know
esports.
what's going on with Gears anymore.
Oh yeah, that we kind of just forgot about Gears.
Like Gears just doesn't do anything.
Like
anymore.
Gears 4 was super hype. Like, actually, I really enjoyed that game. And then Gears 5 happened. It was interesting, a little bit slower paced. And then the last thing I heard was they recently switched back to 4v4. And that's the last time I ever heard or saw anything Gears related. And that was like a year ago or something. So
I mean, Mental came to COD, so that must mean, and he was like the best Gears player, so that must mean Gears isn't doing well.
yeah, I think Mental wasn't the best player in Gears 5. That was like Vic Powers, but definitely like one of the stars of this scene. It's not a good sign when your star, like I've said this with Halo 2, like it's not a good sign when your superstars, like your MVP caliber players, leave to go play other games. It's never a good sign.
Halo.
Yeah, and that's like you saw that with Frosty, Shotzi, and
Formal, the greatest
Who
Halo
too?
player of all time.
Okay.
did you say
But I
that?
mean, Hook was.
You say that knowing the Formal won only one real Halo tournament.
I say that knowing it was gonna piss you off.
Yeah, I know. You just
Formal,
know how
the
to
greatest
make me.
console player. Of all.
How good was Enable at Halo?
Enable got he was on status quo for a while with Flamesword. Like that's like they're tight from that. But the one tournament that they won, they got carried by Snakebite and Royal 2.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
That was like MLG Dallas in like 2011, I want to say. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, basically old pros were kind of washed and Snakebite and Royal 2 were just carrying them. Yeah. Lethal used to play Halo Reach too. I think he played with Formal a little bit. They made that like montage. I don't know if you've seen it, The Avengers. Pretty good.
You think we watch Halo, bro?
I mean, no, but I mean, y'all are such Optic fans. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you watched like a Formal montage of Halo.
The only Halo I watched was when Optic won the championship.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started about Optic and Halo. Like, what a mismanagement, dude. What a mess.
Well, that was under Infinite.
I don't care. It's the brand. It's the brand, dude. Like, this logo right here. This logo right here, Optic Gaming. You drop the boys. Like, Hex is cool. Like, he's the man. Like, all the Optic homies are like super chill. But I just can't. I can't believe in this brand anymore.
Superman Hex after he saved the dog today.
Yeah, I was actually telling Byrd about that before you came. Like, he stepped
that
in,
was
saved the dog.
incredible.
Super.
But speaking of Optic Gaming, Optic versus Paris, pretty dominant hardpoint, 250, 102, 6-4 on the S&D, and then 3-2 on the control. Any takeaways?
Takeaways are that Paris looked good against Optic and S&D in control, and then just got beat by Gorillas.
Yeah.
The Gorillas are good then?
I don't know.
I can tell you. Either that or Optic is just lacking in the search department. Because who have they played in search so far? They've played Thieves, who I know that was a 6-4, but like kickoff doesn't really matter at this point. So this weekend they played FaZe, got smoked, and then they played Paris, who now we don't even know if they're good. Um, so I'm a little concerned for Chicago in the search department, but I have faith. Like they have Dashy and Envoy, two S&D superstars. Like they just have to like talk it out, figure out what strats they're actually gonna use. T2P need to have a better match against FaZe for sure. Um, I think they'll figure it out.
See,
Yeah,
Gorillas
but the
barely
final
beat
switch.
Seattle in the opening weekend kickoff match, and then they beat Paris. So like, I don't know. Either Gorillas. No, see that means Gorillas isn't that amazing, but like Paris must be bad. I don't know.
Fire looked a lot better in the LAG match, though. I will say that
Yeah, a lot
because
better.
Fire was getting smoked in the Optic series, but he was actually dropping some pretty good numbers against LAG.
Mm. All right, well, moving on then to um the team in question, LAG versus FaZe. Get absolutely
Identical,
yeah, just
identical series.
get
The last.
mollywopped by FaZe 251-56, 6-4 in the
Not
S&D.
really. S&D was close, and then the control was actually pretty competitive,
Was it?
even though it was 3-1. Yeah,
I guess I can't. I hate that like when on the CDL site, like you can't like it gives you an option to like click on the maps and then you like nothing happens. Like you can't see the player stats. I wish they would kind of link that. CDL, you probably aren't watching this, but like some input from your passionate analysts.
Let's
Um,
just tweet it, Stephanie.
you can
yeah,
just press the play button and then go to the ends of the map.
yeah. I'm not doing that for this video. I'm way too lazy. So make it just make the site a little bit better. Um, I mean, it's
Get
already
it
really
done,
good now.
Stephanie.
I mean, I can do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, exactly. If Momo can do it, anyone can do it. Okay, so CDL, you won't be watching this, but just a heads up on what we want. Yeah, nothing really to break down here, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, this was standard.
Yeah, but then we move to LAG Paris, and I think this is where things get interesting. Um, LAG take both searches. Paris takes the control and the Garrison hardpoint. LAG takes the first hardpoint on Crossroads. Almost a reverse sweep. It could have been, but not
Yeah,
quite.
almost. And it was. I mean, yeah, it was a pretty close series. The hard points were close. The last S&D was close. Control was pretty competitive.
Both the hardpoints were almost identical actually. 251.99, 251.98.
LAG's just been grinding search since the game came out. That's why they just took it.
Yeah, Vivid also had a much better series here than in the FaZe series because he was getting
I think
bullied.
Yeah,
LAG knows that they've got to be good at search if they want any chance of having success this season, especially with
yeah.
playing out of LA, since S&D is probably the least internet reliant mode. So yeah, LAG is probably going to be really good. If you're going to beat LAG, you got to make sure you win your respawns. You can't lose a respawn to them.
I mean, I guess you could beat them and like steal a search, but like,
It's going to be hard.
yeah, it will be difficult. But it is possible. Uh, yeah, I was saying Vivid had a much better series, but like he was particularly like standing out in the S&Ds, and that's like what you pick him up to do, right? Um, I don't know. Other than that, I don't really have any big takeaways from here.
Apathy went dunk mode this series. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was frying in that Crossroads map.
I think it's kind of scary actually though. But like Apathy is this good, like if he's traditionally known to get better as the game progresses, how good is he gonna be come champs time?
Eh, I don't know. It's a long year. It's hard to say. I mean, LAG could fall off at some point, and then who knows what that roster looks like come the end of the year too.
Yeah, I still think they should have like signed Decimate or something instead of um instead of
Vivid.
Vivid. Yeah, Like any like SMG playing sub player would be better for this team. Like maybe you even like pull like mental or something from the bench and see how he does.
Yo, can we hang on? Can we talk for a second about how anytime Study was calling this match, he instead of saying Vivid, he would say Vivid the Warrior, like his actual fucking like PSN gamer tag from the last few years.
Wait, really? I didn't even notice
I
Yeah, instead of saying Vivid, he would go Vivid the Warrior.
I was watching this while like I wasn't watching the series. I was just listening to it while driving to work. So I couldn't tell you.
listening to COD
Yeah, like I just like
and not watching. What?
I mean I can't watch the video and drive at the same time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
no, but
dangerous.
but but listen.
Yeah. So
But
I just like put the I plug in like the broadcast to like my Bluetooth on my car and then like listen to like the commentary while I go. And, I imagine the maps in my head. But
You're
yeah.
imagining like, okay, Octane is top player right now.
Yeah, exactly. I imagine that he gets gunned too because you know me, I don't like Octane. The
yeah, you
individual skill is there, but he's
despise him.
toxic. But yeah, moving on. Um, Toronto 3-1ing Florida.
Oh my.
I was a bit disappointed.
Shocker.
Um,
Shock.
yeah. Toronto looking like a dominant hardpoint team. Or dominant respawn team. Like they win both hardpoints. They fixed their search as well. From kickoff. Um,
Yeah, they just look really good
Well, I
in
mean,
hard
they
point.
played Minnesota and Surge at the kickoff. I mean,
that is true. And like Methods is looking a lot better. Like he's playing like how he should be playing. Um, like Cammy and Kleenex and Vance or Cammy and Kleenex are just doing like keeping up like their like hype or keeping up the hype behind them. Vance doing his thing. Florida, like you get a disappointing performance out of Skies. Um, I don't know.
Slack played like Slack.
Yeah, yeah. I think you can't
Yeah, I
have.
mean,
You go for it.
if Skies has a bad series, this team doesn't stand a chance in anything because he's supposed to be their best player. I
Both
mean,
their
unless you just
ARs
get
need to have a good series.
yeah, and unless like Awakening and Neptune are just going stupid off, this team rides and dies with Skies.
Yeah. I mean, Neptune
They
had a
might
pretty
need
good series
someone like Decimate.
instead of like Slacked.
Instead of Slack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at least like Decimate, we know him to be like that good S&D player, but like he can hold his own in the response as well.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Slacked,
Definitely.
other than like his
They just need him.
IGL,
They
I
just
don't
need a
really.
secondary SMG slayer to go with Neptune.
Yeah, I mean Neptune was frying like the control. He was making plays in the second hard point. Making plays in the search. I mean, it wasn't really his map the first map, but like he was doing what he needed to do as a rookie. Like what more can you ask for him? You know what I'm saying? Like he's only gonna get better with time.
Yeah.
Awakening just manhandling gunfights. Like I don't know.
Big Wake.
I don't know. Maybe what is Decimate doing right now? Like
He's in challengers.
yeah.
So
So
I'm looking at this, right? This is kind of like thinking ahead, but like Toronto won 2 hard points, like both the hard points against Florida, and then they won the S&D. And next week, I believe the first day it's Optic versus Toronto. So then if Toronto wins one of the hard points and they win one of the searches and Optic wins one of the hard points and Optic wins one of the controls, that means we're going to game 5 S&D. Does
yeah.
Optic does Optic lose 2 S&Ds to Ultra like they did FaZe?
I don't think so. Like right, at least.
I don't think they lose a hard point to Toronto though.
Mm,
You don't think so? Toronto looks amazing in
Unless
hardpoint and they have that
I
Bell
mean
fiber.
unless they play like Crossroads or something. I mean I don't think Toronto is better in any of the hard point maps in Chicago.
Because Ultra, the way Ultra beat Florida on hard points was kind of nasty because it was like 250 to 160 something, and then 250 to 170.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
honestly think
I don't know.
I honestly think that like I don't know. I think it goes to game 5, but I don't think Chicago loses 2 searches. Like I mean, you think Dashi is losing 2 searches to fucking Kleenex? No.
Hey, Kleenex is good. Okay.
uh,
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like it could be a close series.
I think it will be a close
I
series.
definitely think Optic is gonna win 3-1 or 3-2, but it's gonna be it should be a close one, a
Yeah.
good one.
That'll be a good one to watch. Then moving on to the final match of Saturday, Thieves versus New York. These kind
Oh,
of all the maps were really close now that I'm looking at it, and Thieves
yeah,
come out with a
Suhu
3-0,
Kirklo.
but 250, 241 in the hard point, 6-5 in the S&D, 3-2 in the control. Like TJ was playing well, and I think that was another reason that like normally, okay, if we get regular TJ, aka Burger Man, this this becomes a much closer series. Um,
You actually make a good point. If TJ wasn't playing exceptionally, Thieves probably lose the series.
yeah,
oh yeah,
but
for sure.
So that means
I don't
New
know.
York is actually an amazing team.
I don't know what TJ was doing, but like somehow like did he just grow his beard a little bit more and that gave him superpowers? Who knows?
Maybe.
But yeah, Kenny also playing really well this series as well. Kenny looking like the best player on Thieves in my opinion, unless
Yeah.
TJ just becomes a god. But I like we said, we don't really stand TJ in this house, so I don't see him like.
Get
No,
that.
it's just gonna be Slasher.
No, I won't say. I can't say that.
Yeah. Temp doing what he needs to do as usual.
Yeah.
Like averaging like what a .9, .1.0 around there.
Yo, shout out Coach Jacob.
Yeah.
Best turnaround from the weekend.
Yeah, definitely like the best turnaround. They start off getting blown out by Optic and go to 2-0, something that even Optic doesn't do. And we'll get to that in a bit. But for now, we're gonna take a look at Seattle versus London. A classic case of EU chokes again. Thoughts?
Yeah, they almost had the reverse sweep and then just like Paris.
I mean,
Yeah, Parasite was 1v4 in that raid.
yeah. Who you think Haggy played the best out of all of the Ravens?
No, Alex.
No, probably Alex.
Yeah, Alex was destroying. Dylan played
Dylan
pretty
had his
well a
moments
couple
too.
maps too. Yeah, Dylan.
Oh.
So who else? Who takes the fall on that team then? Like who's to blame for the yell?
I think
Shawnee made the team. Everything falls on the Shawnee.
and like Parasite only had like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, a week and a half.
I think there's. I don't
And
like.
apparently he was having shoulder pains. Like that's what he said on Twitter. I don't know if that's
That
And
just
London
sounds like an
has
excuse to
London.
me.
London has Parasite running like a full-time second sub, I think, which is just weird to me.
no, Alex and Dylan would be.
What maps did Parasite run a M4 on in that series?
You mean an
Do you remember any?
AK-47G?
Probably all of them. I don't
No,
pay
because
attention to that kind of.
he had a sub in both the Crossroads, the raid, and on the control. I don't remember the other hardpoint though.
Maybe they were running like.
There's no reason why you should be running 3 subs on this game.
The first map was Crossroads. I don't.
Yeah, that's the only map you should have 3 subs on.
No, yeah,
Oh,
I think you're right because I'm seeing the kill feed and it's like Alex has an AR. Yeah, the Parasite might have had a sub.
which is just
Oh no,
weird to me.
Parasite had an AR. Yeah, yeah, Dylan and Alex were the sub.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. Parasite had a Craig.
So,
Yeah, Alex was.
but Shawnee is their main, right?
Yeah, Shawnee's the main.
Hmm. I don't know. We kind of touched upon this like a little bit last week, but I don't know. London just seems like one of those COD friendship leagues. Like, there's so many better ARs than Shawnee. Like in the
I think they're the
EU.
worst team in the league.
Yeah, I actually was gonna get to that. They're my new F tier team, and we'll get a little bit more into power
Yeah.
rankings and the tier list in a bit. But
Yeah, someone needs to
yeah,
help Alex. Someone needs to consistently help Alex.
yeah, and then Gunless doing Gunless things in the first two maps.
I thought Dylan would be back to his BO4 form because it's another Black Ops game, but he still looks inconsistent.
You think he's like a one-game wonder?
Maybe.
And then even in BO4, like Dylan would always have like very hot starts. Like he'd start off like 22 and like 8 or something, and then he'd slow down and become like even or negative by the end of the series.
Or the opposite. Start off a little bit slow and then absolutely like win them the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
he'd
his
always
plays.
go on stupid streaks in BO4.
He's just a very streaky player, and I think like when you want to be that like there's more competition in the league than there ever has been, and you know when you want to be a more competitive team, you just need to get more consistent, honestly. And I think like London just doesn't have that consistency. Like other than Alex, no one on that team is like very like you can't for sure say this is the day like you can't go like every day by saying like they're gonna have a decent series.
They made such a mistake. If that team was Alex, Dylan, Scraps, and Wiskin, they would be so good.
Oh, they'd be
Yeah,
nasty.
They'd be so good.
But you know, just friendship league, you know.
Yeah, they would have chemistry. They would have. Yeah, I don't know.
But Shawnee's got that inside stuff.
Fuck you, Shawnee. You're the reason. You know what? Shawnee is the reason the EU curse exists. I'm gonna put it. That's my take for this episode.
I knew it was
Shawnee
coming.
Then how do
is-
you explain? Then how do you explain Paris?
Cause like all of EU is connected to Shawnee. If Shawnee stops playing COD, the curse won't exist anymore.
That's
'Cause
not
think
true.
think about Splice back in
Well,
like
Tommy stopped.
think about
That's
like,
one, bro.
no, but remember like in
one player.
IW, right? When or whenever that was when Splice
Yeah.
like, the EU team was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Was Shawnee playing COD then? No, he was not.
I mean,
I think he was. He just wasn't. on
Johnny
the-
was playing in World War II, and Red Reserve was the second best team in the game.
Shawnee was not on Red Reserve though.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, but he was playing COD.
Yeah, but look at what did Red Reserve do in champs?
Like I said, I blocked World War II champs out of my memory.
Yeah, I don't know, but like Red Reserve was the second best team in the game for a long time.
Yes, but they never won.
Yeah, because
They
Rise
never-
and TK would just not let him win.
Yeah, they never won, and that's the EU curse. No matter how good the EU team is, like maybe World War II was just the best.
I even said it on Twitter. Like this off season, I was like, if an EU team doesn't have Traps and Wiskin on it, they're never going to win a tournament. Like an EU team will never win a tournament ever
Well,
in COD.
They won one, right? That Splice team in IW won the tournament.
Yeah, that's it.
Who was that? Like Dylan, Mad Cat,
Zero.
Zero,
Bans.
Bance.
Yep.
Why do I associate Byrd with Splice? Oh, that's Black Ops 4, right?
No, Black Ops 4 was Splice
yeah.
was Temp,
Yeah,
Aqua.
Temp, Jerd.
Yeah,
Oh, Jerk was on there.
Temp, Aqua, because their team at the beginning was Temp, Aqua, Byrd,
Looney.
Looney, and who's their fifth?
Later it was Hook, but then before
Yeah,
that,
later it was who? But
like
who was
someone
it
else.
before that? Was it Classic?
No.
No, Classic was on LG.
Yeah, no. Classic.
Temp?
Accuracy. It
Oh,
was Accuracy.
Lamar, yes.
Oh yeah, it was Lemur. Yep.
That team gave Optic a run for the money in Vegas.
Yeah, the Optic reverse
Yeah.
swept him.
Yeah. I remember Krim had that like 6-piece in Hacienda.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
That was crazy.
Dramatic. That Hacienda was just a cursed map for the other teams when Optic was playing on it.
It really was like the Dashi 1-clip 5-piece against E6. You know how happy
That's
I
on
was?
T-side.
You know how happy I was when that happened? Because that was like right when E6 dropped Frosty. So I was like, yes, please, Dashi, world star them to your heart's content. Thank you.
That was a weird E16. That was like General Royalty, Proto, and
No,
somebody else. I
Royalty
think.
was on like midnight, dude. Um, that E16 was General Kismet, um, God RX.
But that was at the end of the year, and they did really good at champs. They got fourth.
They got sixth.
They got fourth.
No, they got. I'm pretty sure they got sixth.
I thought they got fourth because that's what
Yeah, I thought they got
General
fourth.
talked about all year for
Yeah,
MW.
yeah, they got fourth.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Hagi was too busy throwing Midnight's chances. You know what? So I have an insider story. So you know when they were playing 100 Thieves, right? That was a 3-2. Like Midnight got like 3-2'd by them, right?
Midnight.
Yeah.
We're going way back.
This is
I don't even remember,
so
bro.
so
No way.
because Frosty was on Midnight at the end of Black Ops 4, right? So here's the story. So they make their map picks, right? They're very set. Hacky is trying to convince them to play Hacienda Hardpoint, which that was like one of their auto vetoes. And so Frosty is like, okay, shut the fuck up. We're not playing this map. We already have our 5 maps, or like we already have the 5 map series that like we think is gonna happen. Just go and give them the picks. I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then he goes to the bathroom and comes back. The next thing you know, Haggy has convinced the entire team into playing Hacienda Hardpoint, which they only played once in the season, and they're like 0-1 on. And so I think they got 3-2'd by Sicario and Thieves. And like the reason why they didn't advance further into the bracket was because of Haggy, and that's my insider story. So Haggy, fuck you if you're listening to this, which you probably aren't.
Whoa. He's having a bad time already, bro.
He is. He is. All right, moving on to
Soda and Dallas. What a series.
What a mess
Hey,
this series was.
I was wrong. My prediction was wrong, but I was so happy to see Dallas lose. Oh my god.
I was so sad, because
I was so happy.
Dallas is basically Team Halo at this point, and you know me, like that's things we love to see.
Formal's on Chicago.
I don't give a rat's ass about Formal. He
Yeah,
won
but
one
he's
tournament.
still a Halo
Maniac is one
guy.
optic.
Then again, Crim didn't win a Halo tournament ever, so. Oh, well.
Did Enable ever win a Halo
my
tournament?
God.
Yeah, like remember, Enable was on status quo. He got carried by, or like they were like a consistent top 4 team, but they won their
But
first.
Crim's got the greatest Halo clip of all time.
What is that? I've
The
never
interview.
seen it.
It's the interview.
Shut the fuck up.
What about it works for you?
That's the greatest Halo clip of all
That
time.
is not the greatest Halo clip of all time. The greatest Halo clip of all time is when CLG, which is basically what turned into Optic Gaming.
You lost me already.
So
Yeah, you.
CLG was playing Renegades in I don't know where it was. I think it was Worlds. Maybe like one of the Worlds qualifiers, and Royal 2 gets the snipe and no scope overkills Ninja for this crazy montage, and it was just insane.
Overkill? What a noob.
Yo, you know what Halo clip I remember
What?
was when what's his face for Optic fucking Ninja
When was that?
at the Pro League qualifiers.
Oh,
And,
Pro
like,
League, dude. I don't. Optic has such a horrible team for that Pro League. It was like 3 people I've never heard of, and Maniac.
It was Maniac, Ace, and like 2 other dudes.
Oh wait, we're
and
talking
Mike
about
was the
different
coach.
Optic themes. Optic themes. Because I remember
Sword?
Snipedown was on Optic Gaming at one point, and he just left.
Yeah, I don't think that was that team though.
They also had
I don't know.
future world champ Stellar, who he's a god. So I don't know why they didn't keep him. Whatever. But yeah, Optic 250 to 201 takes both hard points. Minnesota take both searches and the control.
Minnesota's the best search team in the league.
The control was close. Like Dallas could have won that. Could have been a 3-1.
Yeah, that just came down to they played Garrison and Minnesota got defense for round 5,
Yeah.
which is what a lot of control. If control's good at game 5 in this game and you have defense, you probably won.
Yeah. But getting that game 5 depends on slaying, right? So we just weren't slaying.
Yeah, it comes down to KD.
Yeah. So Dallas definitely has to fix their search. What they're gonna do. I have faith in this team to like be able to fix things. Like we saw how bad they were at the beginning of the year last year, and what like the turnaround that they made. So
The
I
Toronto must be disgusting at SND
why?
because they took Minnesota to the limit in the opening weekend.
I think Toronto
Yeah, but
will
lost both
probably move.
searches
I think Toronto
to
will
Yeah,
move.
but barely 6-4 and
Six.
6-5.
Yeah, it was definitely close. I
And then
think
Toronto beat Florida 6-4. So Toronto must be insane at SND. So that Toronto versus Optic match gets even scarier.
I think Toronto is a top team. Like I think I'll move them up. Like they're definitely like the top 4, top 6
they're
team.
in that like middle of the pack team where it's just like you don't know how good they're going to be on any given day. Like there will be like a contender one day, and then like they'll be right back to
Average.
they look average
Yeah,
another day.
you can safely put Chicago, Atlanta, and Dallas in tier 1, and then that tier 2 is like Rocker, Thieves, Subliners, Florida, like
Unfortunately,
everyone.
we
Toronto.
yeah,
Yeah,
Toronto.
exactly.
Because like I don't know. Because like with power rankings, we want to be like more concise. I'll talk about like the changes of what we're gonna do with the power rankings after we covered this last match, which was
Are we
Optic
doing
Phase.
power rankings or tier list?
The
'Cause
tier
those
list
are
is the power rankings. We went through this.
they're kind of different.
Eh, same thing.
Because power rankings is
We can
like
do a
1,
one
2,
through
3, 4,
12.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's power ranking.
Yeah, I guess it's just the tier list because it's hard to like some teams could be like the same level, you know. So yeah, um, this last series, Optic Phase, Optic takes the first hard
Oh
point in the
man.
control. Phase dominates this S&Ds and takes that Moscow hard point. What was really surprising to me was the car points were still super close, like 250, 225, 245, 250. Like
Yeah, intense.
we've touted Optic as the better team, like the better respawn team, but like all the respawns were very close.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I
I
mean, you
mean,
have Simp,
Atlanta.
Abizi,
Yeah,
Arcides, Liam.
Atlanta's like basically just as good of a respawn team. It just comes down to
The search.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it just comes down to mid game plays. Like Optics a little bit more veteran with Scump and Formal, and they've been playing hardpoint for so long now that like Optics going to be a little bit better at hardpoint for the mid map like situations than maybe Atlanta is. But and you got Envoy that always seems to make the right play.
But then they need to fix something in the search because
Yeah, I think Formal and Dashi, like once they figure out how to play together more, I think they'll be
Yeah,
perfectly
and
fine
you're
eventually.
not going to get an 0-6 out of Scump every search.
Yeah, no, that's a rarity. He's been doing amazing in search lately.
Like a lot of those Miami
That
rounds
was
were
just a
actually
fluke.
like pretty close. It was like a 1v1 or a 1v2 that Atlanta just clutched up.
yeah, but I mean, if you're consistently winning 1v1s, what does that say?
Plus, Abizi is not gonna play like that all like every game. No chance. He
But at the
would
same time,
everything
like
was just going his
Simp
way.
wasn't playing that well either. Like Simp was like around a 1.0, maybe like hovering around like a
He was
point
playing
nine.
good.
No,
Playing
like
fine.
I remember the Moscow hardpoint, he was like 22, 27. So like not positive, and like we
Well, that's a
expect
really
him.
AR heavy map.
Yeah, but like look at Abizi, man's frying.
Well, he
Actually,
picked up
Simps
that.
SND KD was 1.75, so he was playing amazing. Second best.
Behind who?
Awakening 2.60.
Oh, 2.6.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Somebody help Awakening.
And they were losing S&D to fucking uh Toronto.
I still think that like if Skies has a better performance, that series goes differently. But
Oh yeah.
um, yeah. But speaking of like the overall tier list kind of things, so I have the tier list in front of me. We have like the S, A, B, C, D, and F tiers. And what we're gonna do a little bit differently. I talked with Byrd a little bit about this before you came, Momo. Is we're gonna try to make it symmetrical. So we're gonna keep one team in S tier, two in A, three in B, three in C, two in D, and one in F. That way, there's more middle of the pack teams because, um, it's harder to make
Say
a
the numbers
decision.
again.
So it's like a triangle, like one in S, two A, three B, three C, two D, and one F.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'll send you guys a link real quick. Just so you know.
We have the link in Discord.
Oh, do you? Okay. I'll send it
Yeah,
again.
you sent it.
But yeah.
This is gonna be hard though.
It is gonna be hard. I think this is like the longest segment of our show slash podcast. But also the most intriguing. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of our one S tier team, like we can go S to F, or maybe we should go F to S. Maybe that's a little bit easier. So I think in terms of our one F tier team,
Ravens.
yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta swap Ravens and Surge.
Easy.
Yeah, just flip Raven in Seattle probably.
Yeah, Ravens are looking awful. It's the curse of the EU or whatever, but yo, EU, get your shit together. Holy, not good.
Why would you drop Scraps?
Why would you drop Wuskins? Wuskins isn't even on a team anymore. Like that's the mind blowing part. Like yeah, maybe Scraps wanted to team with NA again, like he did on FaZe, and maybe get some better talent around him. Like I can respect that, but like how does Wuskins just not even get on a team? He was doing so well.
Yep. Kind of mind blowing.
I don't know. Yeah, London, fix your shit. Like you're the reason why I have no faith in EU. And like I said, like this is my take of the weekend. I still think Shawnee is the EU curse. You get rid of Shawnee and you replace him for Wuskins, London starts to do well. EU in general starts to flourish a little bit. So Shawnee, either burn some sage to get rid of your curse vibes or just drop yourself. Yeah. All right, moving on to D tier. What do you guys think?
Surge and Legion. Easy.
Surge and
Yep.
Legion. Who do you think
Exactly.
is better between Paris and Seattle? I personally
That's
think
actually a good question.
I personally think Seattle will be getting better. So I would put them above Legion at the moment.
I would too.
I mean, yeah,
honestly.
I put them above just because they have a win.
Yeah. That too.
And then with C tier, I guess this is gonna go kind of fast. But C tier right now we have
That's
Ultra,
hard.
Subliners, and Gorillas. But
I have
No
a
one
couple
deserves to
fingers.
go. No one deserves to go in C tier except Gorillas.
yeah, I think
I'd put
just because
I'd
New
put
York
New York
is
and Florida there.
just because New York isn't doing that great, I'd keep New York in C tier. But yeah,
I'd put Florida in there
bring
after they
Florida-
won.
They played Thieves close, bro, and
I
then
know.
Thieves beat Rocker, who beat Empire.
I know.
It's so confusing.
The thing is, bringing Florida all the way down to C is like, the Florida's not a C tier team
That's
either.
what I'm saying. Nobody belongs in C except Gorillas.
But I mean, I think the if you want to keep it 3-3 though, I mean, I don't
exactly.
think Florida right now is better than Minnesota, LA, or Toronto.
I think.
Yeah, I guess you have to put subliners in the C tier then.
Yeah, so Ultra will move up to like to B, I think. But who from A or B goes to C?
I mean, it has to be Muniers then,
It's gotta
right?
be Florida. Yeah, it's gotta be Florida.
I think I'd keep Florida as the best C tier team.
Yeah.
I'd
I would
say
too.
in order it would go Florida, then New York, then LA, just
Yep.
because
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Florida has superstar potential. Like they could, like, if they fix their shit, they could be the best team in the game potentially.
Yep.
It's just like I don't know. Like you have bad performances from Skies. Like Slacked isn't amazing. That's a tough decision. And then in the B,
Thieves, Rocker, Ultra, in that order.
I
Yeah.
have Rocker, Thieves, Ultra, because Rocker beat Thieves, right? Or
No, Thieves beat
oh,
Rocker.
Thieves.
No.
Okay, never mind.
3-1 actually.
Okay, then yes, I'd say I'd agree with Thieves, Rocker, Ultra. Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yep.
And here's the thing: I would put Atlanta in S tier now, then Chicago, then Dallas in A.
Agreed.
So
Yep.
Atlanta, I think,
Yep.
is the best team in the game at the moment, followed by Chicago, followed by Dallas. And I think this
Yep.
kind of completes our little pyramid that we have going.
Well, that was fast.
That was fast. I was expecting there to be a lot more debate, kind of similar to last week.
Well, I think it's a lot
Yeah,
more
not
clear
bad.
after a whole weekend of matches and
Mm,
getting to see everybody play again.
Truly though, truly we'll know next time because there are half the teams who've only played one match. So
Yeah.
next weekend we'll know everything because everyone's gonna have played 2 matches.
yeah, and we can see like maybe some teams just had like an inconsistent weekend. Like
Yeah, exactly.
like for example, I'm looking at
Yeah, like if
Florida.
Florida bounces back, yeah.
I'm looking
Like
at
Toronto could have been a fluke.
yeah, so I'm looking at Florida and Toronto. I'm looking at Optic and Dallas to see how
I'm looking at Optic in Toronto too because
I'm
Toronto
looking at
looked
New
great
York.
in S&D and
Oh, I was just
Optic
talking about
didn't.
like individual teams, not like the matchups. But I'm looking at like Florida to bounce back. I'm looking at Toronto to see if they can keep that consistency. I'm looking
Yep.
to see how Optic improves in search. I'm looking to
Yeah.
see how Dallas bounce back. I think those are like my teams to watch, like Florida.
I mean, you don't have to worry about Dallas. They're playing London.
Oh, okay.
That's a 3-0.
3-0. Called it. Yeah, Shawnee, suck my cock. Anyway, I don't know why. I just have hate for Shawnee this episode. Nothing against the
You
guy.
had hate for London this episode. You
Nothing
said
against the
fuck
guy,
that,
but I
you
hate him.
I mean, nothing. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but you know, like,
You yelled obscenities at 2 London players this episode.
yeah, EU, like, fix your shit, dude. Like, you're the reason why I have no faith. And rightfully so. Paris and London are arguably the worst 2 teams in the league. So, EU, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so I guess that's it for our power rankings then.
Yep, that was easy.
All right, so pretty straightforward. And now we can go into our predictions for the weekend.
And those are also super, super easy.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is on record to be like the shortest episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, we only have 2 episodes.
Well, we've only had 2. There's not a lot of average to go off.
Well, yeah, but still. So I guess we can go one at a time. I can go first. I got Florida beating Gorillas, easy.
Easy.
Yep.
Optic beating Toronto, barely in like a 3-2 or something. Minnesota 3-0ing Surge. Subliners 3-1ing London. Dallas 3-0ing London. Optic 3-0ing Los Angeles. FaZe 3-1ing Toronto. Florida 3-0ing Legion. Thieves 3-0ing Seattle. And then I think Minnesota win 3-1 against Subliners. Those are my takes.
I'm a little different.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna do map counts right now because if Gorillas play Florida really close, then I'm gonna change.
Oh yeah. So
Gorillas map count
yeah,
for
just a
later, so.
disclaimer. Like all my map counts were just like off the top of my head. Obviously they'll change like with the day.
Okay, then off the top of my head, I would go with Florida 3-1 over Los Angeles, Optic 3-1 over Ultra, Minnesota 3-0 over Seattle, Subliners 3-1 over London, Empire 3-0 over London, Chicago 3-1 over Gorillas, Atlanta and Toronto, I'd actually go 3-2. I think Toronto looks good. And then Florida, I would go 3-1. Los Angeles 3-0, and then I'm actually gonna go New York 3-2 over Minnesota.
The sleeper pick. I think a lot of that depends
Wait. You know what? No, because Minnesota look really good in S&D, and they can steal a Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go Minnesota. Never mind.
I think it'll like if New York somehow lose to London, which hopefully I hope that isn't the case because like come on, you can't be losing to cursed team. I think that match kind of depends like seeing how comfortable New York is against London will definitely like change my my rating for the Toronto Minnesota or for the
Yeah,
Minnesota New York.
and seeing how
Toronto stacks up against
non
Optic.
no, and seeing how non-68Z gunless stacks up against Minnesota.
That's true.
That's gonna be interesting.
And then seeing how Rocker stacks up against Chicago will obviously influence like the FaZe Ultra predictions. Same with like the Florida Gorillas. Like any team who's playing like twice.
The winners
has a
are
question
really
mark.
obvious.
Yeah.
It's just the map counts that are hard.
Yeah. I think the only ambiguity is like Minnesota, New York. That's like the only one
Yeah,
that's like
that's the best
it's
match of the weekend.
yeah, you could say, oh, you don't really know, but
Any upsets do you guys see happening here?
no.
Uh, nah, not really.
No.
I think the one upset, if you can even consider that, is just Subliners over Minnesota. That's like the only potential one. I don't
I
see.
can actually see like the Gorillas beating Florida. Maybe I can maybe see
I
that
mean,
being an
yeah, that's
upset.
my biggest fear. And as a Florida
Yeah,
fan, I can or
that's the one
semi-Florida
upset
fan,
I see here. Yeah.
I can see that potentially happening. Is it probable? Not
Yeah.
really.
Because if Slacked plays, then Gorillas have a chance, bro. It's gonna be Slacked versus Vivid, whoever does better.
Or whoever does worse. I think
Yeah.
that the
Or
real
whoever
question
does
is
worse.
whoever does worse.
Yeah, I think that's.
And
Uh,
hopefully Skies can fix his shit because if Skies plays another series like that, then I think I'd have to pick Gorillas to win 3-2 if Skies
yeah.
continues his performance.
And I think Toronto could do something against Optic, but I doubt it. I think Optic will bounce back. They'll be angry.
Yeah, I think Optic wins 3-0 or 3-2, sorry. But I think depending on if like let's say Optic wins 3-1, I don't think Toronto takes it to a map 5 against FaZe. I think FaZe just look better than Optic at the moment.
Mm, yeah.
It's actually funny you should say that because I have Optic beating Toronto 3-1, but FaZe beating Toronto 3-2.
But why?
I actually have the exact same thing. I have Optic beating Toronto 3-1 and Atlanta beating Toronto 3-2. Yep.
I think matchups, Toronto
Yeah,
maybe like
matchups.
roll wise, they're like kind of similar to Atlanta. So it's gonna make it a closer series than the way
Yeah,
they
they
match
have
up
like
against
one.
Optic.
They have like one dedicated AR in like Methods and Alec, and then like the other three can like you have one
Yeah.
dedicated sub
Yeah.
in like Kleenex and Simp,
You can
and the
say
other two
like
are like Flex. Yeah.
yeah, Hardpoint and S&D could be like splits, and then Atlanta didn't look that amazing in control, so Toronto could take that off them.
Mm. Toronto beat, but oh, Toronto lost the control to Florida though. So I.
And then didn't Florida beat uh Atlanta in control?
No, Florida
No. Florida, but
No.
Florida took both
Florida won
SMDs
both
and
searches and the
the hard point,
crossroads.
second hard point.
Oh, dang it. They beat Search it. They beat Atlanta and Search. Interesting. Very interesting.
Mhm. But then again, it's also like I don't put as much stock in the kickoff classic as I do the opening weekend.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
the one series I had that's way different than you all is I have Minnesota beating Seattle 3-2.
3-2.
Wait, you think?
Wait, but I thought I have Minnesota beating Seattle 3-1. So
Yeah, and doesn't Momo have Minnesota winning 3-0?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've got Minnesota winning 3-2.
But this is just at the top of our head. I'm gonna have to see how.
the scrims go, and we'll talk about that like a little bit
Yeah.
more in our chat because like I don't watch scrims. I don't have the time to watch scrims. So
Yeah, I just wait. I wait. Whenever I wake up, I just go back and watch them. Like,
yeah, I mean you
just
don't really
get too
do
ready for
anything. You
sport.
like study, like watch COD, play COD. I work. I like watch COD while I'm at work. Or not while I'm at work, but like driving to and from. I'll watch like the VOD later.
Hmm.
But yeah, any final thoughts? Any final takeaways?
Yeah, next week should be pretty boring because all these seem pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I
straightforward.
don't know if it'll be boring. I think they could. There's a lot. I mean, there's no like obvious blowout besides maybe the Dallas London series and
No, I
maybe
think
the.
I think every single one of them is obvious. I
I
don't
mean, the
know.
winners should be
I
easy.
mean, the winners you could
Yeah, the
probably
winners are
expect, but like, I
obvious.
think the series will still be close.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the only 3-0 on
Speaking
my
of
list is
close,
Dallas London.
there was only wait, there was three of the first four matches were 3-0s. And like there was only 1-3-2 until day 3, and then day 4 was all 3-2s.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. So 4 3-0s, 2 3-1s, and 4 3-2s. So not only 2 3-1s, and an equal amount of 3-0s and 3-2s.
Hmm.
So either blowouts or really close.
Yeah. The real
But even
question.
that 1-3-0 was super close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they can be close.
The real question is, when do I wear my Florida merchandise?
I
Yeah, I
thought you
don't
don't
know.
like Florida now.
Day 1 should be really good. Florida and Los Angeles, that has potential, and then Optic in Toronto, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not boring, but like the winners will be obvious.
I think
And
Saturday is
the two marquee
yeah, the two
matchups are
marquee
going to be
matches will
really,
be
really good too.
interesting as well.
Yeah, the 2 marquee matchups are nice. Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode then.
All
So
right.
each of you can get like one shout out, I guess, or something. I don't know. Momo, anything to shout out? Any person that you wanna call out?
Absolutely. I would like to call out Scump, and I would like to say to stop getting down on himself because he's the goat. And yeah,
Why would Scump be down on himself?
I saw him replying to a bunch of random kids on Twitter. Scump usually doesn't reply to random kids.
Uh,
I was maybe thinking they got under his nerves, but yeah, he doesn't need to explain himself to them. They're just random.
I mean, he's the king. What? He has such a storied career already. Like, can't be downing the man.
Yup.
But I will say on that kind of topic, I think it is like this year or next year. Like it's the time it's the year, or like it's the time for like the new bloods to come up. It's a like the COD revolution.
Actually, the old guys are doing good in this game because it's like 4v4 boots again.
I mean, you still have like Neptune, Awakening,
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Shotzi.
new players are doing good, but even the old players are doing good. Like Krim didn't do too bad this weekend.
Yeah, Krim played well. I mean, I was saying that like against New York, like man went on like what, a 6-spree.
Yeah, just look at apathy. That's all the justification you need.
That is true.
Well, yeah, if you want, you can go to Twitter, Breaking Point Twitter. They have all the stats for the whole weekend.
Oh, we should use that more. I'll
Yeah.
definitely consider that next time. Or not
Ook
even consider.
had.
I will be using that next time.
Yeah,
I do have a
Ook,
stat
Dashi,
out
and
though.
Simp had top 3.
You have a stat sheet?
No, I don't have
They're
a
all
stat
on
sheet.
Twitter.
I said I have a stat out.
Oh, okay, Byrd. Let's hear your shout out.
I'm shouting out Lamar accuracy of the Minnesota Rocker for justifying me as shutting up the Dallas Empire's social media manager on Valentine's Day, showing them excellent love. So shout out Lamar.
Whoever that social media manager is, first of all, as a Dallas fan, that guy needs to go. Get him out of here. He's cursed.
Top 3 tweets of 2021. Chat shit get rocked with K's.
It was beautiful, bro.
So good. He had that saved in the draft for a while.
He was ready for it, bro.
Alright. I guess you guys already know who my shout out is going to. So this week, my shout out's going to go to the London Royal Ravens, the entire team. You fucking suck. I don't know what is going on. You, the past 3 years, or 3 years, you've been dog shit. Get your shit together. I want to see
They
some
got
good
fourth at
matches.
champ last year.
I don't give a shit. They're not winning. So, London, pick your shit up. Get rid of Shawnee. Get Waskins back in the rotation. I don't care what you have to do. I just want you to see. I want to see y'all in a grand final sometime this year. And if you don't, then EU is dead to me forever. Okay, so get your shit together. I want to see like some improvement. Because like if the year continues like this, like EU fans are gonna be quitting COD left and right. Alright, so that's my hot take. That's my shout out. And that's going to be the end of the show.
What about MVP for the weekend?
Oh, that is good.
Hook.
Hook?
But they lost their second match.
I would say Abizi. Abizi, MVP of the
Yeah,
weekend.
maybe it's easy.
I'm looking at the stats, and I'm going with Dashi. And why? Because Dashi is the only player, the only one, who had a top 10 KD in every single game mode. He was number... Actually, I think I just lied.
Momo back on his bullshit. Had the shoot set up. He was like, I think I just lied.
Optic
I
also,
made
all,
the jump
Optic,
I
right there.
actually just lied,
Optic
bro.
went 1-1 in the weekend, so I can't pick anyone from Optic. So
Wait,
it has.
I don't
That
think
was
there
a
was
maven
anyone.
stat.
I don't think anyone was top 10 in all three.
Interesting.
Yeah?
Hook might have been.
No, he wasn't.
No, Hook 3 had the Hook 3. Hook had the
Hook
highest
didn't
hard
make it.
point KD though, right?
Hook didn't make it in S&D.
Uh,
Oh.
but
Yeah, no, there was no one. There was no one that did all
Oh,
three.
you know who the MVP is? Fucking TJ Halley going 2-0.
Yeah, bro, TJ deserves it.
yeah, either TJ or
Nah, see, it
BZ.
has to be like truthfully though, it has to be like Kenny because he was the best player and 100 Thieves is the only team that's 2-0.
No
It's gotta
faces
be
2-0.
Kenny.
Phase 2.
Oh yeah, FaZe is
That's why I
2-0.
said Abizi.
That's true.
Abizi for MVP.
Who played the harder matches?
FaZe.
Thieves.
Phase.
Wait, what? No, they didn't. FaZe played Gorillas. The Thieves played Minnesota and New York.
Yeah, but neither of them
Yeah,
are
but
Optic.
Gorillas are not that
But
good.
FaZe played Optic, who we were touting as an S tier team.
Yeah, but Gorillas are not that good, so it's gotta go to Thieves, and it's like Thieves. It's gotta go to Kenny because
Gotta
he's
go to
the best
Kenny.
one.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that lines up with what like
Red hair
CDL
Tim.
made a tweet, right? Like team of the week, which I think was
Yeah,
Hook,
the-
Kenny, Abizi, and
Why Cammy? What?
Cammy.
Kenny.
Yeah, why
no,
Cammy?
No, it was Kenny and Cammy.
Yeah, why Cammy? Why is Cammy in there and not Dashy?
Cammy did really well.
Because Dashi went 1-1. That's why.
Yeah, but Dashy had the second best KD overall on the weekend. After Hook the Nuke.
It's not ban voted anymore, so like Optic can't get the gas anymore.
That's true.
Top 3 KDs were Hook number 1, Dashy number 2, and Simp number. Hey, Cammy was number 4 actually. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Cammy just because the upset, like it's a big time for Toronto, you know.
So really, the MVP should actually be Simp because Atlanta went 2-0 and Simp had a 1.24 third. Kenny was not in the top 10.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
was
Abizi had that clutch
7.
play, so
Yeah. That's the thing. Abizi might be more clutch than Simp, but Simp is like so consistent. It's
that
scary
is
how
true.
consistent
Simp is
Simp is.
very consistent. And
Yeah,
he'll only get
Blitzcomp's gonna have
better
nightmares
when they
of Abizi on Miami.
fix snipers. Actually, I won't even say when. If they fix snipers and Simp gets a sniper back in his hands, he'll only
I
get
don't think they're
better.
gonna touch snipers. It's just when are they gonna fix the smokes?
When are they gonna fix this game? It's dog shit. That's who my real shout out goes to, Treyarch. Your game fucking sucks. League play is chalked. Smokes are
Bro, league
chalked.
play is so bad.
What is so bad?
Holy League play.
League play,
Yeah, it's too much S&D, too
bro.
much
I went
checkmate
from
control.
competitor to master to fucking elite.
Dude, I could probably pick up the sticks, like maybe grind pubs for like 2 weeks, and I would be in elite.
No
it's
joke.
determined by who you play with.
Okay,
Exactly.
so I
So
would,
if you play
I
with
would
me and Byrd right now, you'd get elite.
Oh,
Yep.
excellent.
Because we're both elite.
I don't even have to pick up the game and grind pubs then. Good
You don't
to
even
know.
gotta fucking win.
You don't even gotta go positive, bro.
I
This
could
dude
do,
Momo
I could
got
drop a
kicked out of the
0.1.
game and got put in elite.
Exactly. I got kicked out of the game and I was 0-1. I died once and I had 0 kills. I got elite. I got elite.
So I guess
Which is the second highest.
I guess because I'm the host, I get 2 shoutouts. So yeah, Treyarch, your game fucking sucks. Fix your league play, fix your smokes, fix whatever other bullshit. Like fix your anti-cheat. Holy shit! Like there is so much wrong with Call of Duty. It could
Can't
get
fix an anti-cheat when you don't have one.
that is very true.
Yeah.
Implemented anti-cheat. Like holy shit, you are doing so many good things right with this league, and at the same time you're doing so many things that are wrong. Be consistent. Pick one or the other. If your game fucking flops, okay, get rid of it. But if
never
your
will,
game
bro.
is like
We're
decent,
putting our focus in the war zone.
that's all I had to say. And with that, that's gonna be the end of the episode. Thank you, Momo. Thank you, Byrd, for joining me as we
Of course.
end this rant-filled episode.
A fiery end.
Fiery end, yes. I'm really looking forward to next week. Hopefully, my predictions are better than whatever dog shit was there the first.
Oh,
week.
they will be. Don't worry. We're good.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Later.
Forward.